Chapter 774. Emma hurriedly asked Alex where his $2 million had come from. Alex replied, "From looking at feng shui." Emma was very surprised and she asked, "What? You made $2 million from looking at feng shui? Isn't this a little too outrageous?" Alex replied, "Wasn't it even more outrageous for the White family to have given me a villa?" Emma was completely speechless because she could not refute his words. At this time, Alex said, "My dear wife, I know you're worried, but you can rest assured. The rich man whom I helped with his feng shui matters was able to resolve a big business problem and crisis that he was facing. I had also indirectly helped him earn tens of millions of dollars. Therefore, I think that it is more than reasonable for me to receive $2 million from him." Emma finally felt a little relieved and she asked, "Did you give Dad all of the $2 million? Alex nodded slightly before he said, "Yes, I gave it all to him." Emma replied anxiously, "I'm just worried that my mother will be thinking about how she can get her hands on the money. She'll definitely be up to no good then." Alex smiled before he said, "It's okay. We can go to the furniture shop tomorrow and spend the $2 million to buy our furniture. When the time comes, we won't have to worry about your mother anymore." At this time, at the Richard family villa, Lady Richard was holding a bank collection slip from the agricultural bank and she had a very ugly expression on her face. They owed the agricultural bank more than $10 million and according to the requirements of the bank, they had to repay 10% of the money that they owed every year. This amounted to more than $1 million. The Richard family was in deep shit and they had already run out of money. It seemed as though more and more debt collectors were showing up at their front door. In fact, the $1 million that they had to repay the agricultural bank was still considered a small amount. They still had to look for a way to raise more than $20 million to repay the merchant's business bank. Michael was also very worried at this time. He could not help but ask the old lady, "Mom, it seems as though we are really in a very bad position right now. Why don't we sell all of our mahogany furniture in our house to raise some money? I think we should be able to raise at least $1 million to repay the agricultural bank for the time being. After that, we can slowly come up with other solutions then." "Sell our furniture? All you can come up with is to sell our furniture?" Lady Richard reprimanded Michael in an angry manner. "All these furniture was left behind by your father. Won't you feel any regrets or sorrow at all if you sell these furniture?" Michael replied helplessly, "What else can we do? If you refuse to sell these furniture, then the hurdle in front of us will simply be too overwhelming." At this time, Lady Richard suddenly picked up a teacup and threw it at Michael's feet. The teacup smashed into pieces and Michael was so shocked that he jumped to the side immediately. Lady Richard glared angrily at Michael before she gritted her teeth and said, "I'd already asked you to give me the money a long time ago. I told you to give me all of our family's money. But what did you do? You did not trust me and you actually handed all of our money over to that shrew woman, Lucy. Look what happened in the end. Lucy ran away with all of our money. Are you satisfied now? Are you happy now?" Michael could not help but feel very upset and uncomfortable whenever anyone mentioned Lucy or whenever he thought about her. That woman was a really good liar. She had been putting on such a good act for the past 20 years. She had always acted as though she loved him and her children so much, and as though she was very responsible towards her own family. Michael would never have dreamed that she would run away with all of their family's money when the Richard family was facing their most difficult moments. This incident really dealt a huge blow to Michael and he was seriously hurt by her actions. He desperately wanted to find Lucy so that he could tear her apart. However, he did not have the opportunity to do so at all. He had already asked some people to help him inquire and look around for any clues about her whereabouts, but no one had any information on Lucy at all. It seemed as though Lucy had already completely disappeared from the face of this world. When he saw the angry look on the old lady's face, he had no choice but to persuade her, "You're right, Mom. You are always right, but our biggest problem right now is that we really need a huge sum of money to help us to tide over this emergency. I think that we really have no choice but to sell some of the furniture and antiques that my father has left behind for us to raise some money to save our own lives.